Let's go back now to the report definitions and change some fields inside this report. We will take the same report, the repair report, and we will see the details again. But in this case, I would like to change some definitions to customize this example, this template, into my needs. For doing this, I can click on the Advanced button. This will open a wizard which will take me step by step to change all the definitions of this report. The first screen will be the details, the main details. As you can see, we have the template name, the report name we can also change. If we would like to change for another name, we can click on this button, look for the text that we have in the system, or create a new text that will fit to my report. In this case, we will leave it like this. We can put the report description according to the report that we would like. For example, we would like to see the report for all the details of the last year or the current year. We can adjust the schedule for this report for a daily process, weekly process, monthly process, whatever we would like. In this case, we can put it as daily report. We can now determine the expiration date for this period of this report that will be stored on a database, 2 days or 3 or whatever we would like. We can attach always this report as one of these formats and make some definition about the language. We put our remarks and we can go next to the next stage. The next screen will be the filters. In this case, the filter will define which cut of the data we will take. For now, this filter is adjusted for the creation date of the file of the repair process for the last month. If I would like to change this, I can click on this item, on this filter, and update it. This will open a new field, a new screen, where I can change some details about this filter, including its name. For example, if I would like to change its name, I can put here a different name from the text I have, or create some other text. For example, open date. I can define whether this filter will be optional, mandatory, it means that we need to put some information inside, or a fixed one, which is behind and we cannot change it. In this case, we will make it optional to be changed. The filter description, if you would like to put, we can do this. We can add some filter description to the report also, and we will determine the condition type. In this case, as it was in the example, in the template, it was for the last month. I would like to change it to the current year. It means that all the data will be taken from the start of this year. Otherwise, we have some other definitions for this filter, like current quarter, current month, current week, from a range or from a specific date, and other condition types. Let's leave it on the current year. We can also change a little bit the data modification, the type by the year, quarter, month, etc. And we can put here the value if it's the definition by the value. For example, if I will change it to the last or to a range, now the value will change between 2 dates where I can pick from. I will change it back to the current year as we would like. Next, after I did this, I've changed this filter. I can also add some more filters. We have a list of all the filters for this specific template report. And for example, I can take another filter as I would wish for. For example, I will take only the filters which are only the records, the files which are bigger than 0 with the amount inside. In this case, it will take only the files that they have some estimate inside. Of course, also here we can define the filter as we would like. We can change the type for a range to equal to a specific data, etc. After this, we have two filters, and we can go next to the next phase. The next phase will be the layout, how we would like to display the report and which fields to show on it. This comes from the template. We can change the order of the fields if we would like, move up or down. We can also change and modify some of these fields. For example, if we'll take the total VAT and we'll update this field, we can change its name if we would like. We can, as you can see from the template, it comes from the summary line. We can put also the average, minimum value or maximum value, and make some other operations. If the data is repeated itself, we can also, for example, hide the column or hide the repeated. Okay. All these can be done here, and of course we can select some more fields from the templates if we would like to display them. Clicking on the select button will open the list of all the fields that we have in this template, and we can add the exact fields that we would like to display. For example, let's add the year of this model, the VIN code, etc. Adding these fields, we can now adjust the order and we have a new display for this report. Let's go next. The next phase will be the levels. The levels are the summary levels. From the template we have the main level summary. This is the main or the last line with the total. We can add another level if we would like and put it, for example, according to a subtotal of the vehicle registration code or model description, whatever we think is relevant. Let's put this one. Next. Now we will adjust this level. We can show the titles within the header and within the footer if we want. We can change some formats inside the format for the view for this level or sub-level, and we can leave it as it is like now. Now we have two levels, the main level and sub-level, subtotal for the model description. Let's go next. The next phase will be the sort. From the template we have this sort inside by this order. We can change the order if we would like, or we can select some more sorting by the year, for example. After that, we can go next, and we have the notification phase where we can put our notification, put Identification for the garage and for the assessor. This will be by definition of this report. And we can also adjust the message inside. In this case, the report is adjusted and changed for the last year or current year. After we did all this, the wizard has finished to change and customize this report, and we will see it on this screen. All the details that we've changed are coming and taking effect in this screen. As you can see, the filter is changed, the levels are changed, some fields are more to display, and the sort also. If we want now to see what is the results of this customized report, we can click on the preview again before running this report, and we will see the result immediately. As you can see, we have the main details, we have the title in this case by the description of the model, and we have the summary and the average inside for each file, for each record of the repair. If it's suitable for us, this customized report, we can execute it as we would like. Clicking on the execute button will run now immediately the report. We can also change some figures within the filters when we are running this, if it's optional filters. Change the date, and if we don't want to do anything, we just run this as it is. Running, we will have now this report that are coming and ready after it's become green. Let's go next, and we can now show this report also in another format, in the PDF format, for example. And we have now the reports in PDF format as we customized it, with the total at the end.